How you doing? This is Don over at Gunmuse, the channel now. I pulled off the Guns of Glory off the. I didn't pull the game off. I pulled it off my titling, and I'm going to change it off my graphics. As I've always said, I put that up there last year when we threw a crap load of money, and the audience didn't like it. They didn't want to see me go out there and build a big castle. Uh, Me and Disappointing Turtle talked about it one time. That one of the problems we thought, well, hell, if I throw a $30,000 budget at next year, how do we do? And we all thought, oh, great. And quite frankly, everybody likes the sound of, hey, let's throw some money at this problem, see if it goes away. But like every other problem on the planet, throwing money at it doesn't make it go away. You've got to put the time, the work, and the effort in. And I looked at this Returning Kings program. You guys think I haven't been around and stuff, but I've got time to read. I got time to investigate. I haven't had time to do filming and production. And I got a problem with my production machine. For some reason, no matter what graphics cards, I now have 4 graphics cards but I can't get my filming software to actually use the graphics cards properly to mold my stuff together, and I'm having a problem. So what was taking 15-20 minutes to put together is now taking 6 hours again, like it did 3 years ago. I've reinstalled programs. I've done everything but wipe the computer out and go back in there and load Windows from scratch and load the software from scratch, and that is the next step. But that means tearing down a year's worth of work and rebuilding it in the studio. Part of this is I got off onto the idle tools thing, and I got to playing with drivers and things like that for the. I have rewritten the BIOS on the video cards by hand so many times. And that's not something that 99.9% of the people out there who claim to be IT guys can do. All right. I probably made a mistake somewhere, but I didn't make a mistake in all the cards. So swapping the graphics cards out didn't fix the problem. So the problem is actually in the software, having read one of my problematic BIOSes, and it won't let go of that idea, and I can't find it in the registry. So that's hurt my production time stuff. So as you've been seeing, I've got the new hill climb stuff that's coming up there. It's a free game, and I mean it really. I got almost everything opened up, all except for the last 3 before I spent my first $1 in the game. And the only reason I spent any money in the game was to eliminate ads. There's a VIP access, so you don't have to click and watch a 30-second ad to open up the chests and get the gems and stuff like that. I spent the $9 a month on that just because I wanted to start filming and I didn't want the ads popping up because it causes problems. I have to cut and edit and do things like that, and I don't want to do that. So there, you'll see VIP access on there, but that's the reason why it's a time issue. But I promise you that I played the game for a month just watching the ads. Didn't even annoy me. I was happy for the 30-second break where I wasn't looking at my screen so much. Fun game. It's an older game, 2016. It's 4 years old. This Hill Climb Racing 2. So we're going to be putting some of that up. And I'm going to be putting up some epic failures because I'm learning. Every vehicle's different. Some of them are heavier in the front. Some of them are heavier in the back. Some of them have front-wheel drive. Some of them have all-wheel drive. You got motorcycles in there. And everything goes up and down the hills differently. So every vehicle is a different challenge. How you land at the bottom of a hill, how you go up the things. And it's problem solving really quick. Wow, I saw myself glitch there. It's problem solving really quick. And I like it. But what we're going to talk about now is the Discord server. I know. I said, stay out of Discord, stay out of line. While I said I've had time to look and research, the minute my absence seems like I haven't been here for a little bit of time. And guys, there's not a YouTuber on the planet who doesn't take a month off a year. the drastic amount of time it takes to put out quality content is draining. Okay. And then my health ain't all that great to begin with. So I didn't mean to take time off. Like I said, I got a production problem, and I'm going to work on it over the next couple months. I got at least 6 weeks before I got new graphics cards. A new graphics card's going to come in because I'm going to build a whole new machine again, even though I just built this machine 2 years ago. I'm going to build a new. This one's like an this is a Ryzen 3900 plus, 12 core processor. An Ryzen 9, and 3900 plus, which was really one tier down from state of the art when I bought it, but I couldn't even buy this processor used right now for the price I paid for the whole machine. That's how much chips have gone up. So to replace a machine that I spent about $900 building, back when I was telling you guys, hey, check out these Ryzens, this is the thing, buy these things. Anybody who paid attention and bought one of the Ryzen laptops or the Ryzen computer desk systems, back when I was redoing my stuff and I was showing everybody what I was doing when I was rebuilding the studio, you made out like a bandit. You could sell it on eBay for double. And it won't take but a day to get it sold. There's people demanding products so badly. This is not the first time we had this chip problem. They're acting like it is. And they're blaming crypto mining. Oh, it's those crypto miners. They're making your gaming cost more. Hate them, hate them, hate them. Well, what was the reason in 2008? Because I own computer stores. And for decades prior to the year 2008, if you bought a graphics card for $200, wait 6 months, it was going to be $50. That didn't happen. Obama went in office, you bought a graphics card for $200, wait 6 months, and it was $300. Wait another 6 months, it was $400. The same thing's happening now. This is, quite frankly, I think this is nothing more than the left in this country will not push back when China is fleecing the American buying public. There's no pushback. Hey, we're just going to double the price of everything. Thank you. Oh yeah, can we get you a new eBay account? Okay, that kind of stuff. You guys got to remember, I noticed it myself on film over here. I'm blind on my right eye, and I'm looking over to the right because I'm having to look hard left. Just to get my left eye around to it. I really got to invert these screens. I got to make everything left eye dominant, and it's too much of a challenge right now for my brain to get around another change. So we've got Discord. Okay, on every video now, there is going to be the Discord thing in there. What am I not going to tolerate? I'm not going to tolerate the usual suspects. I just booted Emperor Void out of there. He's a 12-year-old. This is a pay-for-play game. We've got the Idle Tools channel. We've got the Guns of Glory channel. Idle Tools just starting. For those who don't know, empty begets empty, right? So anytime you start a community, it's always empty. Always empty. Always empty. Always empty. Holy crap. So his little Emperor Void is famous for trolling me with blatantly obvious statements out of context, trying to drum up the pitchforks because he likes hanging around the pitchfork crowd. There's these guys that run around, call themselves developers. I don't know if they are, they aren't, whatever. We did prove during the lives, during the Uncharted Seas event lives, yeah, the minute I turn around and open my castle for all the bigwigs to hit it, we shut them the fuck up. And then I'm telling you guys, I just had enough of the conversation being a lie. But if you repeat it often enough in your own little world, you get people who start to believe you because they don't know any different. Because I don't want to countermand you. I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to do this stuff. But I can't let you keep controlling the conversation. And I'm damn sure not going to let, and one of the reasons I'm chasing this now is I do not want China making money off me. The other reasons I've been vacant is I have been working on the Afghanistan problem. I lent a whole bunch of my technology that we've talked about this over the lives. I built GPS mapping technology. I built the way to mark positions on maps in real time without using Google. Uh, and so I dumped that at some other nonprofits. You guys, I'm big in the military nonprofit stuff. And you may have heard a few things that a few military charities are doing what little they can to help in Afghanistan. Yeah, we're stealing planes. The and those leftover weapon caches, we've secured 7 of them now. I'll give you a news update. Okay. Yeah, you're not going to get it on the news. Uh, some of us give a shit. I'm just gonna say that there's guys out there who give a shit. Choking me up a little bit there. Can't thank them enough. And I wish I could hang out the back of a C-130 with a rifle in my hand anymore, but I can't. I can't get out of a damn chair. I offered to go sit at the camp in the valley and coordinate from there, and they talked me out of it simply because I cannot move should we get overrun. I wouldn't be able to move fast enough. And they didn't want me to be a liability on others, and I kind of agreed with that. And my fear was we would lose communications, and to be able to communicate remotely, we have not yet. But I still am a firm believer that the White House will shut down all the internet connectivity over there, or they will secure it with an encryption platform that only the Taliban gets. Now that will make the news. The minute the news organizations can't use the internet, but the guy wearing Jesus sandals and carrying an AK can, that will make the news. Okay, so you will know in real time on the news when that happens. There are, for those who follow me on LinkedIn and stuff, I've got like 2,500 news producers that follow me on LinkedIn. They have for more than 15 years, way before this project, guys. We've got 6 people that are on that list that got left behind in Afghanistan. And frankly, we don't know where they're at right now. So I will post, this is one of these I'll share on LinkedIn. Hopefully they'll watch the video if they got any air access at all. And they know, they know they need to be making their way north. But you've got to avoid the big towns until you get out of there. This is what it is. I'm into the crypto now, guys, because I live in the real world. YouTube is fun and all. YouTube is entertaining. The games are entertaining. The people are always entertaining. But I live in the real world, and the real world takes money. And I told people back in, I want to say May. It may have been June. When I started whenever I was in it was the week after I got out of the ICU. I said, you know what? I'm going to be digging into this crypto because I took some time to catch up on my news reading then. And what I caught up on, I dug information out of the news that no one else was digging out of the news. And that was, I foresaw that the dollar was going to be collapsing by the beginning of next year. And nothing that's happened in the last 4 months has swayed me otherwise. And now I've seen it on a mainstay news station. They're talking, where they just slide a hand. Hey, Q4, we might have a devaluation of the dollar. It's not a might in my book. It's let these guys win this $6 trillion in reconciliation. They think the reason they need $6 trillion is because they think the dollar is going to be worth themselves. It's already only worth 35 cents of the dollar. Okay. I live on a fixed income. I live off the stuff that comes in every month. And if inflation goes up 200%, that's the same as me getting a 50% pay cut. I don't have the ability to go out and get other normal jobs. Okay. I'm in this YouTube world now. I've got companies that are asking me to go do stuff for them. But that is what it is. So we're going to have some more new games coming out. I brought some new game stuff coming up in here. You don't have to like them all. The little hill climber stuff is going to be a little minute and a half. I appreciate thumbs up. I appreciate a comment there and there. If you want to mock me for crashing or cutting my head off, I cut my head off a lot. I can't see very well, and so I cut my head off a lot. But down in the comments on every video now is going to be the Discord server. Okay, that's where if you want to make some video suggestions, you're going to be able to come in here and do that in here. All right. So I want you to come into the Discord to make your video suggestions. Stop using YouTube comments to ask me about stuff that Guns of Glory hasn't released, because I know the people who ask that are the marketing team for Guns of Glory. All right. And I may not take up all your suggestions because I have no desire to help these people make money. None. I don't want you to buy a single thing from them. Like I said, I looked at the returning kings because I have dozens of old accounts. I've got a couple C40s laying around, and it's a money grab. It's a money grab against people who remember how expensive it was. And now that kids are going back to college and they're borrowing money again, that was the #1 source of income for Guns of Glory: student loans. We tracked that for years. We never commented on it before, but I can tell you that when a new college semester starts, that's when the spending picks up. It ain't, and it's people go, oh yeah, I got tons of money. Yeah, because I'm just going to declare bankruptcy when I'm 21. That kind of grab. All right, so that's one of the other reasons I'm doing the idle tools. If you're in your 20s and you're spending $300-400 a month on a game, but haven't once thought for a second about your future because you believe your college professor's got it all figured out, how about you blow $500 a month doing what I'm doing on the idle tools? Just think about your own future. It's $500 to get started and kind of break even. You get up to a couple $1,000s in those accounts, and it starts making you $500 to $1,000 a month. We put it on film. Go over and look back. Go over the films are kind of long, but idle tools is more vast than what like a gaming channel would be, because I'm taking an all of the above approach to where you buy a $17 breakout card, but hey, there's $12 ones. Why do you buy the $17 one? Because I can tune this one. Okay, and that means that I can put equipment in. And if we're going to talk about you getting into mining equipment, hey, I know what miners you can actually put in a door room that won't have your roommate stabbing you in the throat in the middle of the night. All right, we talked about it before on a live video the other night. So we'll be doing that. I'm going to specifically be seeking the kids that are borrowing money for the purposes of going to school, but are blowing it on beer and games. At least have something producing you cash that you can take when you get thrown out of college because you didn't go to class. You can pack it in your bag and go plug it back in at home, and it's still making you money. That kind of stuff. You know, I do care, you know, that you guys don't know, that you've been poorly educated, that they stole the ability to have deductive reasoning from you, in my opinion. I don't think anybody that's been educated in the last 40 years has any deductive reasoning skills. It's just not taught in school anymore. To just break it all down, look at the facts, put it back together so that you know what's going on. That ability has to be burned in your brain before you're 12, 13 years old. It doesn't exist. I don't think it existed for most people my age, except for I went to a Mennonite school where those kids get a college education before they're 13 years old. Being fat and lazy was not an option for that group. Now, I wasn't a Mennonite, but I got their education and their style of education. Hey, do you need a new trig? Great. You're 7, start doing trig. You know, these are the kind of people who took us to the moon using a slide ruler. Not Mennonites, but that kind of math skills. They didn't act like our kids were, they needed safe spaces from learning. You know, that, because that's what the safe spaces have really been about, right? It's safe from learning. You don't ever have to think I'll do it for you. You just like my comments on Twitter. All right, so there's that. I mean, we got some people coming in here. We got a bunch that came in after the live. I lost my cursor. I don't expect this to be a real big hotbed, but if you're hearing stuff that's not true, bring it on in here. If you want to post somebody else's other YouTube channels, guys, in here, just see what I have to say about it. Go ahead and link up their video. If the YouTuber themselves wants to post in what's about to be my little Discord community here, they're welcome to. They just need to declare themselves. I want to give you a access that's for YouTube only, for YouTubers only, so that I know who's that. If somebody posted content that I know you're the one that did it, and not somebody trying to make trouble for you, or just you getting an alt account to try and act like you're not doing it, because your unwillingness to get free traffic doesn't make deductive reasoning sense. Yeah, everybody come to me and hate him. I'm going to give you 2,000 years of business experience, guys. You do not grow your business by trashing your competition. I am the Gunmuse. I outsold every single gun dealer in the country in the year 2001. And when somebody walked in front of me in my store and I didn't have something, I sent them down to my competition. So we'll go see what he's got to offer you. Or they say, well, you're not giving me enough on trade. Hey, have you been down to the guy down the street? Go see what he has. They always come back because I'm fair and I'm honest with my customers. I'm fair and honest with my competition. I know I'm beating my competition now. You coming over and being involved in a community that wants to hear from you and me does not hurt you. Siding with people who say hateful stuff but cannot back it up for 1 second. It's not hard to say, can you prove that? You know, the difference between me and every other YouTuber out there, guys, is I built the tools for you. I proved myself over and over and over again and put it out in the public for everybody to see. That's why I've got more subscribers. That's why I got more people to follow me, even when I'm trying to do other stuff. I want to do it in other projects, okay? I'm not giving up on Guns of Glory, right? I've got lots and lots of investment. I got a community here. I do care about the community that has followed me because the community cares about more than just Guns of Glory. I'm aware of that. I know you're not a single-minded monotons. Monotons? I don't even know if I'm using the right words there. Monotons. I think I'm using the right word. Sounds wrong. But I'm just, you know, you come in here and try and put down the community, and you're gone. And it's going to look like for a while that everybody going in here, you suck. Well, okay, that's shitting on the community. You can say Gunmuse, you suck anywhere you want to, but where the chat's held, no. I think I got 3 days right now. I've got to look. A whole bunch of people have been doing server boosts in here. Yeah, so, other people have been coming in here and boosting the server up. I did the first one. So we got some stickers. Guys, I'm ignorantly new to Discord. I don't like the interface. I think it's a very poor platform. So when I got into this gaming, and everybody goes, "Have you checked out our Discord? Have you done this on the Discord?" I went and looked at it and says, "Who would want to annoy their customers with that?" Okay, but it hasn't gone away. Line is just as difficult, and you got to know how to get into it. You got to know how to find it. One of the reasons for jumping into this is when I started doing some searching for Gunmuse and Discord, there were hundreds of fake Gunmuses out there. All right. So some of the hate that's been drummed up has probably been drummed up by people pretending to be me. Am I cold and blunt and hurt people's feelings because I tell them the truth? You betcha. I don't have time to lie to you. And I don't want to have to remember what lie I told you 3 months ago. So it's just better if I just tell you what I know and we agree to disagree if you're just going to ignore me. I'm not trying to trap you into anything. I'm not charging you anything here. And for those of you who have bought boosts, God, I appreciate it. Thank you. Not necessary. If it looks like I need this thing to be boosted, if it's something to get features that you want, then by all means buy the boost for us. It's fine. And for those of you who donated during the live chat when I started doing this announcement the other night, thank you so much. I will apply it to this. The whole bunches of your money, guys, is helping people right now in Afghanistan. So don't think that isn't happening. I've already gotten my threatening letter from the Department of Defense. They got my go fuck yourself back already because they can't find my money. Yeah, because I don't have any money. You want to know the truth? I have no money for them to take. They can't figure out how something gets something from point A to point B. They know, it's like the IRS in New Mexico one year says, "We know you're making money." It says you made zero money. If you know I'm making money, can you show me the piece of paper where it's at? Truth be known, I'm a hermit. I have more than enough to do what I need to do at the time I need to do it. Always do. I have the ability to generate money when it's needed to, whether it's, if we need to move a few $1 million over in Afghanistan, we can do that. I know the people to call. Yeah, my phone is my friend. For those who hate me on YouTube, believe me, there's a crap load of people in the real world who love me to death, and that I will do a favor for if they do me a favor back. I will trade favors all day long because they're not taxable. So, I'm being asked by to make sure I get into some of these Uncharted Sea events things. I logged into the game last night and looked. Didn't make me happy to log in. And I'm not. I don't know what to tell you about that. Get involved. If the community is demanding it, I will do it. I promise you that. That's the best thing I can tell you. Business contacts. People trying to get me to do projects. And I have been ignoring my mail for almost a year. For new projects. Don't think I didn't see them. I ignored you. I wanted to see how after January of this year of 2021, I wanted to. I was done with the GOG project. That was as far as we were going to go with the money that we put forward in the $30,000 budget. But then Fun Plus was doing business with Huawei. Huawei's telling them, "Hey, we didn't pay him the last check. He's out of money." And that's when you guys, a lot of you that follow me, got the Huawei where I said when what I was being paid and not paid because I had ignored it. I just figured it wasn't going to happen. When that wound up in the Kingdom chat, I went after Huawei, and then Huawei wound up paying that bill. I have the power to make them pay. I just don't like putting it out in public because it's not my fans' business what I get paid and how I get paid, or if I get paid. It's none of your business. That's my problem. And what I'm willing to accept or not accept is just no one else's business either. I just got to put out. I've got to keep my side of the bargain, keep my word. I did what I was supposed to do. They didn't do what they were supposed to do, and I was when I started beating on Guns of Glory in January. If you guys go back to the January videos, I cost them almost $100 million. And Huawei just one day paid me without even telling me they were gonna. Oh, we found an accounting problem and we owed you for the last 3 months. Oh, did you really? The email saying you hadn't paid me, where you told me to go piss up a rope. Did you find those too? So, I don't have any naive belief that I don't have any naive belief that other companies aren't at the behest of the studios as well. Amazon, Google, and Huawei, Apple control the gateway to games. Okay? That's where the money is. The money is what makes people promote a product, not promote a product, except for me. I was never paid to promote Guns of Glory. They were a $50 million a year game when I started doing my promotions on them. When I started teaching people how to play the game. They grew to a $500 million a year and then still said, we're not paying people to talk about us. Because they believed 100% of their growth was 100% them. Yet at the time that they grew, I controlled 65% of every search for their game. Still do. And anytime I want control of their stuff, I may put some videos out just to hurt them again some more. Doesn't mean I'm not going to inform you while I'm hurting them, but I am going to start poking the holes in their stuff again. I'm not opposed to a company making money for their product. I've always been opposed to them telling you you bought something from them, but then you didn't get what you bought. Or by looking in hindsight, they sold it to you knowing they were going to turn around and make it go away. Remember what the problem with the guard cards issue last year was? They ran this big special for 30 days prior, getting everybody to buy their guards. Bunches of people went out and spent $1,000 or more finishing off their guards, and then they did the guard drop. Making everything they bought irrelevant. That kind of stuff, people automatically assume I'm being paid by Guns of Glory, and Guns of Glory has never paid me 1 cent, not even the money they owe me. They have contests they put out that I have outperformed everybody in, and they don't even acknowledge. They interviewed me. They don't care. They're just now getting to be investigated in the state of California. You may have seen that on the news, that they're investigating some game companies. That's one of them. But it's taken a year from the time that we put on that stuff to, hey, they ran an ambassador program contest and then faked the results. The goal was to see if they could buy me off for $25,000 a year. Knowing I'm making $250,000 a year and I don't need them to do it. So they wanted to buy me 10 cents on the dollar. They wanted to put a title on my door and say, well, you go make your money your way, and then we'll pay you an extra $25,000 and add a title to it. But there were other hiccups to that. That means I have to be nothing but positive about their gameplay. They wanted to take a negative influence off the board. And my goal has never been the negative. It's just been to give you the truth. And the truth always hurts. I've tried to explain them in video after video after video. This can be done another way. Build a proper influencer program. I'll endorse a proper influencer program. I'll teach the people to be your influencers. Just build a proper influencer program so that I know that when I'm teaching somebody how to help people in a game, that they're being paid properly. It's not a lot to do. Uh, I I want this to continue to grow. I've got no problems with it growing. Uh, it's not going to go away. My penetration into Guns of Glory has not gone unnoticed by dozens of other companies who have almost the exact same game with different graphics and different stuff. But I may find different management there. So we're in the middle of those discussions. So if you watch the live, you know that I've got people that are trying to solicit me for other games. So we're doing that. And it's got nothing to do with love or hate of Guns of Glory itself, but it does have something to do with the way the people who collect your money treat you. I don't like it. And I don't like being the face of that, especially being the prominent face of that for no good reason. It's no reason that is good would be a better way of stating those words. So I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for continuing to watch and subscribe. Do watch some of my other videos. Download that Hill Climber too. You will be able to challenge me in the game. And when you do a challenge, our vehicles are equalized. So it's a skill versus skill challenge. I like that. I think we'll video that, and if you beat me, we'll turn around and we'll start doing some of that over on the Rogers Raiders. I'll start giving some memberships out or something like that for beating me in a one-on-one challenge. We'll give you a $20 a year membership, things like that for stuff. Certainly, many of you have got to be way better at that game. Eye hand coordination. I can't play that on the computer where I've got a visual advantage on the computer. I can't play it there. It's got to be on the touch screen, and I'm like this with my one eye. I got my one eye closed. Got my one eye closed. I'm sitting there like this. If you can't beat me doing that, man, what's up?